objection.
Thank you, Mr. President. I thank the Majority Leader. I feel the need to respond to the comments from the Leader about the sequester that has gone into effect. And I want to be very, very clear about this. The flight delays that are occurring, the furloughs among air traffic controllers, the shutting down of air traffic towers is entirely, utterly unnecessary. This is a willful choice being made by this administration in order to inflict as disruptive a process as possible on the American public and on our economy, all to further a political agenda. And the political agenda is to try to convince the American people that there are no circumstances under which we can ever cut spending at all. Now, if you question why I say that this is a willful decision on the part of this administration, I would refer you to legislation that Senator Inhofe and I offered prior to the beginning of this sequestration. That legislation, as you may recall, Mr. President, would have granted to the administration complete flexibility in how they achieve the savings of the sequester. What we hear from the administration officials, and White House spokespeople, what we hear is that this is terribly unfortunate, but they have no choice. They have no alternative. The law requires that they make these cuts. But when Senator Inhofe and I introduced legislation to explicitly grant them all the flexibility they could ask for, complete flexibility, to find the most wasteful, the most redundant, the most unnecessary programs and to cut there instead of cutting essential services, what did the administration say? They said, if you send us that legislation, we'll veto it. They put out a statement of administrative policy insisting that this was a terrible idea to give them the flexibility to avoid exactly what they're doing. Mr. President, I don't know how one can come to any conclusion other than this administration wishes to impose this inconvenience, this disruption, and this cost on the American people and our economy because they had it within their ability to accept the device that we were offering, which would have allowed them to avoid this entirely. I am extremely disappointed that the administration would choose to inflict this kind of harm to our economy, this kind of inconvenience to our travelers, all for the purpose of furthering a political agenda. This is no way to run this government. Now, I would suggest what we do is we revisit the legislation that Senator Inhofe and I had offered, which would have avoided all of this, which would have allowed us to cut some of this waste and some of the excess and some of the duplication and avoided all of this inconvenience. This is entirely unnecessary, Mr. President, and it's unacceptable. The proper function, one of the proper functions of any executive, including the President of the United States, is to look throughout the spending over which he or she has control to find the lowest priority, to find the least necessary, to find the least disruptive way to achieve the savings that we need. We are running at unacceptably large deficits. We have a huge debt that is already costing this economy the kind of growth that we ought to be having. The very modest savings of the sequester could be achieved in a way that wouldn't be disruptive at all. We have a federal budget that has more than doubled in size in the last 12 years. To suggest that it's not possible to find 2.5% savings is simply ridiculous, and it's not true. So I would urge my colleagues, let's fix this. We know how to do it. We have the tools available. Senator Inhofe and I offered it. There are other ways, and I'd be open to any number of them. But we need to achieve the savings of the sequester, and we need to do it in a way that is not disruptive, and that can be done. Thank you, Mr. President. I yield the floor.